Device wants an entry onto the bomb site, but they're not letting him. He's playing games with the door at the moment. He should have no way to come into this round.
No, but they still have to be careful. He has the P250. This can turn, this can swing the round in his favor very, very quickly. Just one nice shot, and he's being patient with it, giving himself as many opportunities as possible. The good news for Team Liquid is obviously you could see the response. Once they saw the same nades that they looked at the demos and saw yesterday, nade comes out towards Magic's position. They were ready to counter everything. They knew exactly what was coming at him. So that'll also put Astralis a little bit on notice, saying, we looked into you. Yeah. We know what's coming. We know kind of your game plan. I mean, it's still going to be hard to stop it, but I think Astralis is gonna realize pretty quickly they probably can't just run through the motions, the same thing they did against Mouse Sports yesterday.
Yanko on the desk mentioned the word complacency, and just, maybe that's the one thing, that's the one downside of winning that much on the first map. You think, oh, well, kind of worked yesterday, let's do it again. It did not work, and now Liquid are up one round. They've got the Scout, they've got 3 MP9s at an M4 on ELEAGUE, a lot of Deagles, and even a Scout on device. Don't always see that, the Scout purchase on T-side.
No, but I think at the moment, obviously Astralis, each individual is going to be playing with a lot of freedom after that. And remember, a lot of the strength of this T side comes from that outside being impactful and being able to build upon that and manipulate it.
Can we get a replay? I think Dupree got actually shot off of the silo with that Scout. I would love that. Can you get like...
You just want to see all the misery, don't you? You don't want to see... You just want to see the fall.
I want that, Matrix 360 degree, camera angle in slow motion. That's what I'm looking for.
Slow motion and zoom in on the backflip.
That's exactly it. 3 kills for NAF with the MP9. Good amount of money being picked up there, and they're going to be just fine. No bomb plant. They can have another round where they can do this. Much of it. This is the kind of start Liquid really had to have, wasn't it?
Yes, but I mean, it needs to be more. They're going to also need to win that 4th round as well. So I mean, they're not out of it just yet. I think it's too early to say they're having a good start. Obviously, I mean, getting there.
Yeah, one step at a time.
I guess the barometer for a good start for Liquid after that opening map is a little bit more difficult, isn't it? It's like the bar starts a bit higher.
A bit of chance here. Oh, what a follow-up with the headshot. Nitro, 3 kills with the Deagle. I don't even sure. How did he control the recoil after the first kill?
I don't even think he knows. I think that was a situation where might as well shoot. I'm going to die no matter what. Good mop up for Liquid. And even losing that Scout isn't the biggest issue in the world because Nitro is going to upgrade likely to that AWP. This is great. Yeah, the follow-up. He cleans up the first Scout tag. It's a little bit fortunate on Glaive as he turns to the corner. Eventually does fall. 3-0 for Liquid. 3 SMGs on the board. The AWP is on Nitro. A lot of money built up for this CT, this defensive side. And this is a bit of a bonus round for Team Liquid. Even if they lose this, still going to have plenty of cash for a full buy in the next round.
And because Nitro went down, he could upgrade to the AWP, which is always interesting. Oh, wow, what a lineup for the smoke. I don't know if Glaive saw that. I feel like he should have been able to. Maybe he was quick enough, or maybe he was on the radar or something?
I think he might have spotted the leg as he jumped up. It's risky, though, for him to just turn the corner and jump up like that, especially if you're going to utilize the gap in the smoke. Nitro could have done the same thing. Perhaps just didn't spot the play as fast as Glaive did. Either way, early advantage over to Astralis, but look at all the utility they used so early on. So many smokes outside, and this is them saying, okay, if you looked into us yesterday, you're going to see how frequently you went outside. We're going to put these smokes up and see how you rotate. Taco is about to have a very rough time. They come through, drops the flames just for safety. He's going to have to retreat, but he can't get away. Nitro on the rotation, that's too quick of a flick. Doesn't take his time with the shot, and the lower bomb site is under pressure.
Yeah, this is a big play for Astralis, and you sort of see the downside of having that MP9. You can't just spray down 3 or 4 people with it like that. It's going to have to be a bit different, and he had the grenade primed when they came through the smoke, so a lot of panic in that scenario. Now it's all Nitro and Twist, and they got to hold on to at least the AWP. Don't care so much about the MP9, but...
No, I don't even think they do either. Yeah, Nitro's working on getting his way towards T-spawn, but Dupree is hunting him down. This is the thing, I'm pretty sure Astralis has hit the pause button on getting that bomb planted. They want to try and take this off away, and a missed shot is going to do it. Everything goes perfect for Astralis, and you could see what happens when they get that first kill when they start to force the rotations. It's everyone just gets picked off across the map, not expecting those locations. Oh, that's brutal from Zitnix. First gun round goes perfect for Astralis.
Yeah, they even upgrade to the AWP. Dupree managed to pick that up after the round was pretty much over, and Liquid at least have money to buy. So that's the really big upside that they're facing right now. But they're going to be spending their whole bank in this round, I think, more or less. Naf maybe has a bit of money to spare, but it's not going to be much.
No, it's not going to be much, and they need to respond immediately. This is what we mentioned when we say this is them having a good start. They have to get on the board of these gun rounds very, very quickly. They cannot afford to get reset and give Astralis those rounds so quickly. Fancy footwork from Device to get on top of the box. Nitro is going to be the only one outside. He's only got the M4. And Alp is still going to be out here to support. Nice nade onto Glaive, 61 HP. He's going to throw one in return, not going to do too much. Actually, excuse me, Nitro steps right into its path. Flashbangs force him off the angle. He was feeling a lot of pressure out here, but it's not where the main hit is going to come from.
No, it's not. Again, they sort of back out inside. They've kept Nitro and ELEAGUE, at least on this side of the map, so they're feeling like that ramp room might be a bit weak. Good Molotov timing there for Taco on the other side. He's going to be happy about that. Does go for a quick peek. I think he must have seen somebody. He's going to fall back downstairs. This is the kind of defense you want. Just, you know, tagging them up a bit and then just spotting where they are.
It's all he can do as well. He realizes he doesn't have any backup coming over to the hallway to support him, so he's just got to drop down where he can have ELEAGUE meet up with him in the lower bomb site. And now it's up to the rest of Liquid. Nitro watching very passively underneath the ladder.
Look at the grenades on Astralis. Well, I mean, the lack of. There's none. That's a problem when you want to plant the bomb in the B bomb site. I mean, even with the vent change, you still have a lot of angles to defend from.
Just means this is going to be a brawl. It's all on ELEAGUE and Taco in this lower bomb site. They need to work together very well, and they should be able to trade decently.
Yeah, this could be a real bloodbath at the moment. 20 seconds left, getting very close, and Taco's there. ELEAGUE spots one out. They've walked all the way in without making any noise, but ELEAGUE and Taco will still follow up the kills. That could have been very dangerous. Astralis got very, very close to being able to simply surprise them, but they get shut down, and Liquid will pick up the round, resetting the Danish team. I mean, they did win that last round with everyone surviving, so they could force up, but still, that's great.
That is a very brilliant job by Team Liquid, and the patience as well, the confidence in falling back, just trusting your teammates to help you out. And you're exactly right. It's so difficult to take this lower bomb site, especially when you're not given any kills earlier on in the round, to actually do this without nades. You want to have smokes for the doors. You want to have flashbangs and Molotovs for the different corners that you can clear out. And without those, you have to focus on way too many things. 4-1 in the favor of Team Liquid, starting on the defense of Nuke.
You usually don't see Astralis end up in these situations where they don't have grenades, they have very little time.
Yeah.
They, you know, I guess walking onto the bomb site was an idea, but it, you know, is very risky.
It's all you really have if you don't get that kill in ramp room. If you head there, this is kind of like one of the, this is what we frequently don't see a whole lot of teams kind of put a great emphasis strategically on the ramp room as like a main point of attack, is because even if you use the utility to gain control of it, if you don't get any kills, it's kind of difficult. You've used so much to get it, but it doesn't actually afford you anything. You still have to make your way onto a bomb site where the defense is turtled up. You can see, I mean, the game plan for Astralis, it feels like in these early gun rounds, it's been successful once. Actually, hold the thought. Fast-paced, Molotov into the ground. Magic's going to go into the vents. Liquid has to be aware of that. Naf does consider the possibility, but obviously does not want to chase down the narrow corridor. The kill outside going to ELEAGUE and Nitro. Where does Astralis want to end up? Confusing all across the map, attacking different locations, and there's the first kill.
Yeah, Taco being overrun for a minute. Glaive will take down ELEAGUE as he was unaware that anyone was out there, and that is, I mean, you just said it, the problem when you lose that control, or even just the track of where the T players are, that can happen on Nuke. It could be quite confusing.
I think even Twist just kind of gives Naf a little bit of team damage there, a little nervous of, well, where they could actually come from. Good kill for Naf as Zipnix. He's going to rotate up. Twist is watching the smoke, causes him to freeze, and that might be frustrating for Zipnix, but Glaive is here. Naf has to just give up the fight. Low HP on him, and he's going to, I think, try and wrap around. Unfortunately for Glaive, he's not even close to the bomb.
No, he's got 50 seconds. That may be the only upside here. That grenade collision against Zipnix is going to be really frustrating. I don't know if you would have had the kill 100%, but definitely made some sort of difference. 40 seconds now on it, and Glaive will pick it up. The thing that I'm really worried about is the lack of armor here. If you get into a spray fight, I mean, even if Naf is low, it is a good job they put the AWP on him, but that aim punch is so brutal once you get tagged.
I'm more worried that they don't actually know what bomb site this is going to be planted out. They're going to hear the bomb has been planted, but no one has eyes on lower, no one has eyes on upper. So, I mean, in a weird world, they might not even be sure. And now Glaive has plenty of time to rotate around.
Waiting for it. Oh, no. Oh, my God. They go for the B bomb side. They don't know.
That's exactly what I was worried about. You don't, and now Glaive knows where they are. Look at him, he's just posted at the top of the vents.
Oh no, this is a nightmare. They're trying to get up, he's not gonna let them, getting both the kills! Completely outsmarting Team Liquid, the quad kill for Glaive. That is gonna go down in history as one of the all-time moves as Moses. That's rough.
I mean, it's just Liquid, they back away from the bomb sites. They give Glaive far too much space to work with. They have to keep an eye on at least one of the bomb sites. It doesn't matter which one. And then, I mean, as a player as well, in this kind of a 2v1, once you've made that much noise dropping in towards vents, like it's, you know, you're kind of in a losing battle going back up. This is a real 50-50, whether we lose it straight away or whether we have a chance. Yeah. And now look at the buy. It's not very good for Liquid. It's
$500,000 for the first place, and if you lose around like that in that fashion, oh man, that's definitely gonna hurt.
Even in a deeper sense as well, like what an opponent Astralis is, where they're so cold and calculated and fundamentally strong with the way that they play most of these rounds, and then they can do a round like that, which is just created to cause as much chaos and havoc and allow individual players to get aggressive and just, you know, find a timing where Team Liquid doesn't realize where they're coming from. That was a 3-on-5 at one point.
Yeah, they lost track of everything, and eventually they were just so far away they didn't know. Sip will pick up one kill, Naf with a great return, and spots a secondary player there, so gonna put up the smoke. That's not so bad. The real problem is that they've also lost ELEAGUE at the meantime, so 3 versus 4, and I don't know. It's very hard for them to get there. They have 2 M4s and a scout. I guess the M4 team could go and look for kills, but if they just stand their ground right now, very unlikely they can defend effectively.
They need to put themselves in different positions. No one really able to work together on this Team Liquid side at the moment. Nitro up top with that scout. There's Twist, but the rest of Astralis is taking control of ramp room, and they hear these footsteps. Good kill from Glaive. He got himself in such a solid position. Nitro had been watching outside, but I think he just missed that cross. And for the remaining 2 Liquid players, it's all about saving these weapons. You cannot come back into this round. You have no kit to defuse the bomb. It's all over. Astralis is going to get a third.
Getting a third with a lot of people surviving unless they go hunting very aggressively towards the end, but the small beginning that Liquid had built on this map is quickly evaporating. Astralis looking to almost tie up the scoreline here. I mean, this next round, they're not going to have very much. I don't know if NAF wants to force into this round, but it's pretty much all they can do if they really want to go for it. And that's so risky anyway.
That would be a big piece of this first half, would rely on in the next round if Liquid does decide to force up. I would imagine we'll see them take a timeout to talk over exactly how they want to play it from here on out.
So some of the weakness right now, it seems to be, one, Astralis getting opening kills, and as a follow-up, that ramp room is very hard to control, and they don't exactly know how to stop Astralis from getting into that B-bomb site.
Well, it's just Glaive getting down without any knowledge. Naf didn't even consider it. He was rotating away. He thought Nitro had eyes on it the whole time, so some miscommunication, which I think is going to be frustrating for him after the miscommunication of the lower upper bomb site in the 2v1 that they lost. 4-3. Not going to see that timeout, and Liquid's going to play it conservative. Naf, a small buy of Deagle armor. That's the only real investment. CZ upgrade for Taco, but that's pretty negligible. And here we go. Early exchange between Glaive and Nitro. Actually, Glaive takes the worst of that, down to 30 HP, but I mean, look how aggressive he is. He just doesn't care. Not even a smoke wall. He knows he's forced Nitro back, and he's going to get lower again. This is exactly what happened in the last round.
Very aggressive, and he's obviously been playing great this tournament, Glaive, so probably feeling the confidence of being able to do stuff like that.
Especially on Nuke, as we saw against Mouse Sports yesterday.
Almost feels like the calm before the storm here, because if Astralis win this round, that's going to take so much money away from Liquid. They might plunge into a similar scenario as what we saw on Inferno, where Astralis have all the money, Liquid have none of it. It's a big headshot from Device. Even, like it was M4 versus Scout, and still works out.
Scout's been picked up by Naf. Still up top, trying to do what he can, but this is not a winning angle. Device and Dupree are going to be able to wrap around this upper bomb site from above. And even if Magic's and Zipics aren't tearing apart the defense inside, actually, as I say that, double kill from Twist. That's the bomb as well. Astralis, they're put in a really tough spot. Tagged up, and there's Twist again. 3 kills for him, and Liquid suddenly have the advantage.
What a round out of Twist. That's what they needed. Taco going to be taking down Glaive, and Dupree was body shot from that scout earlier, so he was going to be low no matter what. 20 seconds for the 1 versus 2, and there really should be no way.
You have to love that move from the defense as well. You're losing control of outside. They're wrapping around you. You don't have a whole lot of options. You know there's at least 2 players out. You call for a mid-round crunch on lobby, and you find all the kills and the bomb, and you're going to win the round thanks to some heroics from Twist. We mentioned on Inferno who is going to step up. He had a very, very tough time on that map, as did all of Team Liquid, but for how important he's been to their success, it was especially brutal watching that, and this is a great sequence. Magisk and Zipnik's distracted by the players coming out of Hut, and he's able to get a couple free ones.
Yes, just a great job. That's, I mean, right at the edge, right when they needed it. That could have been the pivotal round, I think, in the first half at least. And instead, it goes Liquid's way. They're up 5-3. And they forced the Danish side to spend almost all of their money in this round. Only really Glaive and Device with anything in the bank. So a lot can change. Once again, they're so close to breaking Astralis here. Just need one more round.
I think this is going to be a crunch on that upper bomb site. I think the way you can see players poise, it looked like that was going to be fast-paced, blow open the door, and maybe they've just been slowed down. Nitro's had a tough time outside. Challenged frequently by Glaive. Even if he wins a trade of damage, Glaive wins in terms of map presence.
He's waiting for it. He should have the advantage. This is long range. That scope definitely makes a big difference. Setting up with a couple of grenades to try and see if they can pass him without getting spotted. And he's actually going to fall even further back. That's a pretty good Molotov to force a little bit of damage onto Naf and almost forced him to fight in that doorway, which you don't want to do. But ELEAGUE will kick up the first kill anyway. Something working for Liquid in this round. A follow-up kill, headshot, taking down Dupree. That is a good job.
Felt like Dupree had the angle. He was ready, knew exactly where to look. Astralis had done a great job of funneling not only ELEAGUE, but Naf into positions where they were going to be able to get the kills and just not able to come out on top of any of them. Nitro is still so passive towards CT spawn, and that'll be frustrating. Glaive tries to wrap around or go up top. Should be a kill for Nitro here. There it is, takes his time, knocks him down. And now, I mean, Astralis, their kind of tactic, their strategy, it looked good for a little bit, but it's thrown all the hell, although that's a weird rotation from Taco.
Yeah, you don't want to be doing that. Did not seem necessary whatsoever. Still should not be winning this round. There's only 20 seconds left. The bomb is on Sip, and as you see, he's running down the stairwell now. There's nobody covering it here, and Nitro needs to eventually get out of that CT spawn and help out. It's a really good rotation from Nafly. He's already in position, though. The Molotov might block him off. Sip is on the bomb site. Unbelievably, this is going to be a bomb plant, although still 1 versus 3. There should be no way, and he's going to go down to Nitro. That was very scary for a minute. I like the trap set by Nitro, though. They absolutely thought there's no way he's gone back in CT spawn.
And that still was worrying with him that far back towards CT spawn. At one point, that feels like a 2-on-2, right? And you have Magisk, who's phenomenal on the first map. You have Zipnik's one of the best clutch players we've ever seen in Counter-Strike. So that's also, you have to say, a victory of sorts for Astralis. I think that was, what, a 2-on-4, 2-on-5 in that round, and they managed to get a plant out of it at the very least. So in a round where their economy kind of gets wiped out, that plan is going to help them if they want to force up here, or in the next round just have a very strong buy.
Tactical timeout being called from Astralis, making sure they can keep the focus. This is not like the other nuke games that we've seen out of Astralis, where they've had such incredible beginnings. It's been like, what, 5-0, 6-0 in their favor before the CT side gets a chance when they're playing on that T-half. So I would say Liquid are actually doing a surprisingly good job. I would have even said if Liquid could get like 7 rounds overall on this first half, I would have been like, that's cool, that's a good job. And they're at 6. I think they're on their way to something big here.
It's a very good job, especially considering actually Astralis does buy with that plant 2 AKs and the upgraded pistols, but especially when you consider the fact that Liquid had to, I mean, they lost the economic control and they had to get it back, and they got it back very, very quickly with just the 1 rifle and a scout and a couple pistols. They were able to take control of the money scenario in this game, which is always a beautiful thing to have in your favor. Looking like some nades are being set up to be thrown towards this upper bomb site.
Yes, indeed. Trying to get the grenade down, but nobody there to receive it on the other end, so they're going to be safe for now. Setting up for the wall of smokes outside. I think Glaive is there to try and see if he can make some noise. He's got the AK alone and is kind of far away from his team, but he's not gonna do anything behind it.
He set up these wall smokes. If you see Naf on the mini-map, he's actually in mini, and his focus is elsewhere. So if they blow up outdoor, he's gonna have to turn around. They're ready for it, and They haven't done it just yet, but now he's got himself in an even better position. Seems like he knows what's coming. Twist is up here as well.
They often Molotov this corner. Yeah, look at Magus. He's got it in his hand. Nafly is about to find a very sad ending. Oh, he actually pulls it away. That's a bit interesting. And there's the Molotov anyway. And Nafly, he knows what's coming. He's standing in the fire all along, and he can't get the kill. Taco, though, follow it up. One big kill. Another follow-up from Twist, getting the double instead and shutting down Astralis in this push. That was really nicely done from Liquid. Losing that first player is a big problem, and they managed to just make up for it.
Still danger, though. Magic at least gets the plant. Thankfully, Nitro takes him out quick because Device is waiting to pounce, eliminate any kind of rotation. He does find Twist. I don't think he could win this with the new vent style the way that they are. He would love to try and find an AWP. It's not going to happen. Diffuse is going to come in for Team Liquid. Device is going to be happy with that one kill. And Liquid is going to be very happy with the 7-3 lead.
Yes, absolutely. This is such a big beginning for them. I mean, Astralis are not finding the same rhythm that they were. They're getting close all the time in some of these rounds, especially with that Molotov on Nafly, but
you have to say, even with losing a number of rounds in a row, 3 rounds straight, they've gotten 2 plants out of it, and they've also kept the money reasonably low for Liquid, who's on that winning streak. So, again, another map where the T-side can get so restrictive and feel very uncomfortable. They've at least got themselves in a position where winning 1 round means they'll have a much easier time facing a Liquid team that can't be fully geared up.
They actually buy into this round again. Dupree picking up the kill. It's not a full investment for them. They still have couple of thousand on everybody, but still dangerous.
Despite all this, Astralis has a lot of freedom outside, which is kind of crazy to think that they're down 3-7. Usually when you can control yard like this from the offensive side, that outer yard, then you can have so much success, especially for a team like Astralis that utilizes it so well.
Oh, Nitro, this could be dangerous. Dupree's taking a bit of an off angle, but you can see how much he's ready for it. Doesn't actually see it. Just his attention elsewhere. Maybe he was looking at the radar at that time. That's where you need the eye tracking. Now it's a 4-on-4, and they're trying to get onto the bomb site. Nitro able to cover that first kill. He might be shot in the back in a second, and instead Sip will take him down, but Glaive was coming for it as well. Picks up the AWP, not a chance to use it. And no bomb plant yet, but this is a 2-on-2, and considering the investment for Astralis, again, they're so lethal in these rounds. Oh,
and Liquid's going to have no idea that Astralis is alternating their point of attack. They've already gone around. Liquid is being honest to this lower bomb site, and they're both stuck here. Again, deja vu of nightmares. They're going to have to go up the vent if they want to try and stop this, and that's going to be perfectly defended. So Liquid, you have to make a decision. You have to do it very fast how you're going to get back into this round.
Yeah, they need to run. They have a kit on either player, but you can't really make it up the vent. Even with the smoke, it doesn't matter. You're still going to get chewed up. So what Twist is doing right now might be the only way. It takes a lot of time off the clock, so they need to be quick about this one. Astralis, they may have found a way to do it. Look at the crossfire that's being set up down on the low ground as well. A bit of fire coming out. Device with the first kill, and Nafly's got no chance. Sip will refrag it almost immediately. That's a big steal for Astralis.
Just what a quick decision to be made, and it's a situation where Liquid just doesn't have the attention, and this is why it's so tough playing Astralis. Every single round, 2 AKs, an upgraded pistol, and they're able to steal that away from you. Not easily, but they had an opportunity to just kind of smash you out of that round, and just one decision in a 2-on-2, and Astralis plays it perfectly.
Yeah, 16-12 last time they played Nuke, and yeah, Liquid actually got 8 rounds on the first half, it seems. So I don't know. I still feel like they're doing a good job right now, Liquid. I can't really take that away from them. Taco had 3 kills. I don't think that's too uncommon because he's holding that ramp room. It is just one of the most awful positions to hold when you're on the defensive side. Especially considering the amount of times you drop and you don't go for kills and you play for your teammates who are rotating in. Yeah. It's not easy. 7-4 lead, but I think, you know, we said Liquid's doing a good job in this game, but if you look at this buy coming up, it's ugly after, you know, a 3-round win streak and then losing just 1. And if they do lose this and their money is completely wiped out, then that kind of good job disappears pretty quickly. Let's see, the 5-7 obviously in a bit of a bad sign. Sprays in, oh, it works perfectly. He got within 1-shot range and he took down Glaive, who has been very aggressive on that particular box a number of times. Extended fight for Dupree, and that's just enough for ELEAGUE to get the refrag, which is always good. I like this from Liquid.
mentioned in the last round, Astralis has had everything they could want in yard this entire half, so you go challenge it, go fight for it. Device has already got the angle. ELEAGUE sprays him down, smoke to get his safety. One player outside, Xyp9x right through the smoke, but again, responded upon by NAF. This is a very mobile Liquid defense. This is rotating into the correct positions.
Yeah, the trade fragging, I mean, that's a fundamental piece of playing Counter-Strike, whether you're on the T or CT side, but the way that they're doing it right here, Liquid, works out perfectly in their favor. And now, with the bomb down, with Magisk, even with 50 seconds, shouldn't be able to do much.
Taco's showing a lot of leg there, almost punished. This is what you like out of Liquid. This is kind of them showing that they're willing to be aggressive and confident in taking these battles and denying control of the map over to Astralis. And
again, this was on the edge of them having to eco. So what a big change for them to be able to pick up this round. You see Magisk not even picking up the bomb yet and just looking for an opening. He's going to go down to Nafly, triple for the North American player, and that will be 8-4.
Starting out with a 5-7 as well. Glaive has had a free reign to pretty much be as aggressive and as careless as he wants outside, and Liquid puts a stop to that in this round. Good kills from Naf. 8-4. But we're going to see more investment from Astralis. I think Xyp9x can even afford to drop an AK-47 if he wanted to. He's going to go for the full by himself. And again, this is the round they had just won a few ago. It's 2 AK-47s, 3 upgraded pistols, plenty of utility as well.
I mean, they're so close all the time, Liquid, to having Astralis tap all the way out. And if they win this round, that's what's going to happen. They're going to be in a... They could even finish this 11-4, which would be such an amazing lead. That would be the beginnings of getting to that map number 3. The wall of smoke sets up. Again, it's a classic. You don't always know what it means. This is sort of the classic way of playing it, where you walk down secret, and ELEAGUE might be in an enormous amount of trouble coming around, and he's not even going to get the one. Dupree will take him down.
That's far too aggressive from ELEAGUE. We don't see a lot of players taking that fight anymore. Look at what it affords them. So many players getting close up in the vent, so you can't rotate that way. The lower bomb site is there for free. Taco lying in wait. This could be the difference maker, but Astralis not committing to this. They're taking it patient from here.
They don't know that he's here, and it's very unlikely that they would check it as well. It's very hard to check that box without a grenade. Taco walking out. Just now seeing Glaive, and he's going to be able to punish him. Turning around, guessing through the smoke, but he's not connecting. Instead, getting a chance to reload inside. Taco almost with a good double kill, but he's simply going to run out of time for it. Device will instead pick up 2, and this is looking very good. Again, they had them just near the edge, and Astralis just keep hanging on.
Now that one overextension from ELEAGUE. No one was there to help him out. That's an awkward angle to take that fight, and I mean, it feels like, especially with an M4 at best, it's going to be a 1-for-1 trade. You play that passively towards the stairs. You can have Naf drop down the vents to come help you out, and Astralis just never out of the fight, just sticking around. They're like a hangnail.
Yeah.
Just pain for, you know, days, and you just want it to be over.
I mean, it's crazy how many rounds they've been close.
Got a feel for Taco in that situation, a little bit hectic. Obviously didn't spot Glaive the first time. That follow-up kill is just, he was so close to having it so many times. Dupree kept just slipping far enough away. 8-5. We've seen Team Liquid win some scrappy rounds before, but this time they don't even have a rifle to play with.
No, they don't. The squeak door has been already exploded, and again, the same strategy outside. They want to see if they can try and crunch, it looks like, at least this lobby room, which is such a good idea, but heads up play from Sip.
Yeah, we wanted nothing to do with it this round. Astralis has gone back to the basics. This time they're actually using outside very, very well. There goes the first player in vents. That's Nitro, and Naf can't win that fight. The CZ inside the vents, not doing anything. Even the UMP down here gets the dink, but Device responds far too quickly. And look at the patience again. They just hit the pause button. They say, we have all the advantages in the world. We have 1 minute and 15 seconds. We'll just wait. Liquid's trying to take advantage of maybe getting 1 kill and no one there to trade it. Maybe pick up that AK-47, but Astralis just on point.
The best Twist could hope for in this round is for someone to exit this way from the explosion and just pick up a rifle. See if Astralis are going to give him that chance. This is the second and last round of the first half of map number 2. I mean, if this finishes 8, I still think 8 rounds is very good for the first half of Nuke right now. but it could have been so much more.
I mean, yeah, exactly. And the question becomes, it's good. Is it good enough to win?
It wasn't last time, right? That's what you have to think about. A real effort put into that round for Twist, but he can't save the AK-47, and they are going to need it as well. Oh no, Moses, this is a little bit heartbreaking.
They have nothing. That's the decision they made in the previous round. Did you want to fight for a round with upgraded pistols and 2 UMPs, or do you save it and go for the rifles in the last round? And I think there's always going to be different schools of thought, different opinion about that kind of a scenario. Either way, another round where they're going to fight with very, very little. 3 Deagles, 2 CZs for the defense. 1 kit on NAF, not a lot of utility. Going up against a full kit, a fully armed AK-47s, and an upper rush. Nothing to stop this. No one even inside the bomb site. This is a knockout punch, and it feels like the round is already over.
Yeah, I mean, that's such a good call for Astralis. They could have guessed, even if there were some rifles, they could have guessed there weren't going to be like an ocean of Molotovs down there that would have stopped them. They knew Liquid just did not have the money for it, and in return, they're constantly firebombing that heaven position, so no one can get there. There's like 3 people waiting, 1 trying to come up the ladder, and the other 2 coming up the other way. And there might even be a smoke here for Magus. If he puts that up, then that's definitely the round done. Instead, he's going to smoke off Mini. And now they're going to try and see if they can go for the retake. Almost impossible here for them to make their way in. They're getting a couple of kills. Taco with 2 big kills with the Deagle. Another one comes in, taking down Device and Sip in the corner. He's going to fall. Oh my God, Taco. Where did he find all those kills? And will he have enough time for the defuse? Yeah, no, he did not have it. And Nitro had a kit.
Oh, and he picked up Naf's kit. That's the one that fell into the bomb site. That's heartbreaking.
An absolute tragedy. Look at all the work that he's done here.
Naf fell. I'm trying to see where Zipnik's got that kill. I think it was inside the bomb site. This is Nitro. He'd already picked it up, and he says, I think it had already gone too late by the time Nitro gets there with the kit. That's crushing. Because it is one of those situations where it's like fair play to make that retake work. Perfect flashbangs. That player by Vents completely blinded. Couldn't watch the upper above heaven from Vents, and that's what allowed his teammates to get eliminated. Some nice shots from Taco, and another 8-7 half. Yes, good, but as we said, is it good enough?
We don't know yet. Definitely an awkward moment, and I hear we may have an awkward fan as well, Moses. Do you know anything about this?
I don't know anything about this. Yes, there we are. That's beautiful.
That is a lot of photoshopping done right there. I appreciate it.
Oh, there we go.
All right.
All right, he's a Astralis fan and an ELEAGUE fan. Oh.
Oh, wait a minute.
That's like you. I've seen you do that same thing.
He's just betting on all the horses right now, isn't he?
I'm fine with it.
Yeah, you appreciate, you approve.
Yeah, it's a good-looking flag.
Is double teaming it. He thought he wasn't gonna get caught, did he? He thought he could have it all.
These cameras surely aren't recording this. We've all fallen for those traps, haven't we?
Oh, throwing the shirt away. My God. Well, he's better be right, because right now they're fighting for their lives, Team Liquid. Second half is going to be coming up. Second map, still the grand final. And $500,000 on the line, Moses. Can he just win that pistol? Can he get that big star, Liquid?
You know, Liquid, they don't like to make things easy on themselves. We'll see.
They really don't.
We'll see what they've got. They could use it. Some crushing rounds towards the end of that first half. I mean, we were talking at one point, you know, maybe just 1 round win away from an 11-4 lead. That disappeared pretty quickly. And here we go, live into the second half pistol. Last chance for Team Liquid to force us onto a third map. They have to win Nuke. Astralis has never lost this on LAN with this lineup. And Glaive gonna get smoked off initially. Nitro doesn't cross before it plumes. Do they want to go through it? He's spamming. He's doing a lot of damage. Nafa's gonna get that first kill. That's outside. That's with the P250. Well played. But what more can they get?
Ooh, that was so close. That could have maybe picked up the kill. Jumping burst fire is creative, but it didn't really pay off. They've lost a lot of health here, right on Nitro and Twist, so want to be a bit careful. They're pushing very close, and Magisk is hiding in the corner. Timing is incredible, taking down ELEAGUE and Nitro. That's going to be very frustrating. He's almost getting shot in the side of the head. He's going for that long-range fight, and with the headshot, going to be taking down Nafly. 3 kills for Magisk in the round. He is back from that infernal performance, and in a pistol round, that's so crushing for Team Liquid.
Again, though, they stopped Liquid. They didn't continue to move forward and attack the bomb site. Gave time for Magis to consider where he wanted to play, get comfortable in that corner. Caused them to forget exactly where he was playing from. There's a flashbang for Twist, but just too many bodies. Magis has 4 kills in the round. Dupree's going to take the ace, but Magis will take a bow.
Yeah, it's a big benefit. You're absolutely right. To Astralis, when this kind of a pause comes in, because they were under a fair bit of pressure. They didn't really know what was happening in yard and...
Lost 1 player outside. You don't know exactly how many are there. You don't know exactly where they're headed. And then all of a sudden, you get that breather that you need to kind of communicate and figure out where you want to rotate and who's watching what. And of course, Magis takes that long-range fight. Doesn't need to do that, but style points.
Just feeling it wasn't him.
Yeah.
It's one of those days. We're seeing all Deagles on the Liquid side. I'm a big fan of it. I think that's a good idea. Trying to challenge early on. We'll receive a bit of a grenade in return. But ELEAGUE will find that first kill, and there may have been more Nitro to pick up Glaive.
Can't argue with the results, can you, with Team Liquid and these Deagles?
No, they're really on point with it. I mean, they've got a good feeling for it at the moment. Trying to see if they could rotate in. ELEAGUE looking for the fight. Gonna lose a little bit too... Oh, wow. Taco. If he could have had the reload, I'm sure Magisk is not going to be happy about this. And now Twist, he's hearing... I think he's hearing that stepping from Dupree. And he knows where Sip is as well. He wants them to challenge him. And the off angle here for Dupree is very hard to read if you're Twist. The timing right now is unbelievable.
He's not even considering the angle as the... Oh, there's the headshot. Right through the corner. It's Zipnik's one-on-one. And when you hit tab, your heart sinks to see that name still alive for Astralis. 45 seconds. No armor and a Deagle. 36 HP in the bomb. And Twist has all of Team Liquid on his back.
Yeah, he needs just that one bullet. Sip. Oh, well, the flick is close, but it is not going to be close enough. And he had one chance to do that. Astralis will win the round. They suffered a lot of losses in that round, though. 4 men down. And Liquid are going to be buying, not in this round, but the next one. They're actually upgrading a lot of Deagles here as well.
You would have liked to see, I mean, it's hard to criticize Twist too much in the 1v1. Would have liked that plant, that extra $800 to neutralize these Deagle buys. But you're right, they do have the economy in a bit more of a fragile position than Astralis obviously wants it. Device not even playing with an SMG in this round, not even an upgraded pistol. Saving as much money as he possibly can. Here are the nades outside. Nitro down to 31. Follow-up Molotov is going to force him away. Still plenty of players here to do some damage, though.
Twist hoping. Actually, there will be someone at the secret stairs. This Device taking a quick peek, but once he hears the Deagle, he's like, no, I'm not gonna do that. Taco going down to Magisk. I think that was over by the hut inside. So pretty much all of Liquid are now outside, just hoping for another fight with the Deagles. And Astralis should not be giving them that fight at all.
No, and I think that's the conversation that probably happened in freeze time, is they gave him a couple of those fights in the previous round. This time, it's let Liquid walk into the crossfires, let them make the move. Don't give them the opportunity, although Device just saying, what up? There's the CZ. There's one more player down. This isn't bad. I mean, with the 3 kills you got in the previous round, 2 here isn't the worst thing in the world. So here we go. Liquid still with the fighting chance to make this. That's a small comeback, 8-10, early on in the second half, but Device is going to have that op. The UMPs have helped regain some of that lost money from the second round for Astralis, and Liquid's going to take a timeout. They know the importance of this first gun round.
Absolutely. They've got Astralis in a position right now where they've got 2 UMPs. They're going to have a fair bit of grenades, actually, so that's good news for the Danish side. But yeah, I could understand why they want this tactical timeout. It's very, very hard to find the rhythm early on Nuke. If you could sometimes want to use a couple of rounds just to feel out the defense. They don't really have those couple of rounds to play around with, do they? Like they need to find the rhythm right off the bat.
Yeah, they really do. And that's kind of the question, is how do you want to go into it? Are you going to do a little bit more of a conservative map control, probe the defense, or is it going to just be a straight call, attack a position on the map and try and take it over? Liquid, we saw in the first map, everyone's struggling, everyone's playing well here. No one's kind of shooting off and putting up massive numbers. Nitro, Naf, and ELEAGUE all at 14, Twist at 12. So a well-rounded effort from the Americas side. And here we go, fast pace, jumping out of the roof. Glaive is beneath him, not even aware. Opening kill for Twist, spots one out on top. That had to be a trade. dupreeh has a lot of time now, even being blind. On top of the hut, almost gets one more. But Liquid have made their way in. They've made this statement, and it's just Device. As Astralis could never fully rotate into the bomb site to secure it.
Wow, Glaive never saw that coming, did he? Just thought it was going to be a good day outside holding that mini, but not a chance. Gets completely rushed down. That was beautiful. Such a lot of pace. And Nitro taking down Device. That timeout really worked out.
Yeah, it helped them massively. Even recovering from a great play from dupreeh, this follow-up flashbang really hurts him. He could never fully recover. He does great damage. This kill from Taco into the bomb site, that was swift because the player behind him, Naf, is at 1 HP. Curious, I guess mistake is one way to put it from Device. I'm not sure what he's doing in a 1 versus 3 with the AWP. Might as well save that weapon. That's a lot of economy chewed up by him reinvesting in it with these pistols. That could have been an M4. Maybe maybe 2 FAMAS.
No, I absolutely agree. Let's see if it's going to come back to haunt them. A lot of money being thrown away. 20th round. So close in this game right now. 10-9. The economy is going to be destroyed but for Astralis here if Liquid can win the round. And it seems like that's been the mission for Liquid this whole nuke map. It's just to break Astralis, and they haven't done it yet. But if they could do it now, I mean, it would make such a difference, I think.
Astralis has been so stubborn with their buys. Like, the fact that they've just never given it up and said, all right, we'll just play 1 round without armor, without any upgrades. They're willing to buy with just 2 rifles on the board. Seeing a lot of teams kind of fall into that trend recently, and Astralis looking certainly one of the most dangerous just because we know they have a plan every single time. Liquid successfully apply a lot of pressure outside, get Naf in position inside of the warehouse, and they're going to fall away. 1 smoke to utilize still, plethora of flashbangs for the offense. But how do they get the entrance?
I mean, if Naf is very patient, he might just get Device for free almost. Could be walking in front of him. Magisk just going to shoulder peek that and fall back into position. Worth looking at the clock right about now, because there's 35 seconds, and that's always a bit scary. There is a smoke on Device somewhere, and he's actually all the way back at CT spawn still. 29 seconds. They're trying to set it up. Grenades go in first, a couple of flashbangs, and a smoke towards Mini, I believe. Can they actually make their way through? Magisk getting a big kill there on Taco, and nearly a double dupreeh lurking in the vents. Gonna get taken down from ELEAGUE. He was very quick to get that. And even if Device takes down Naf, that was that fight outside that was happening for a long time. It's still a 2-on-2. Device unable to connect. 7 seconds, 6 seconds. That bomb plant just gonna go through at the end. What a scary round this is. And now Sick ready and waiting, but Nitro gonna pick up the kill in the wall bang. Oh my God. It is so close. He tags him through. But I don't think Device can afford to go for this.
How close that was. Zibnix even had a chance if he had kept pushing forward. They weren't considering the flank from Hut during that plant. Like would have done it. They've taken the round away. It's going to be all tied up at 10-10, and Astralis has another decision. They survive with this op, and we just talked about they have been stubborn, choosing to force buy with pistols around some of these saved weapons. Are they going to do it again? That would be a lot of attention. I mean, a lot of focus on these CT rounds. A lot of money used. They're going to try and, I don't think they realize Device is all the way back here, so 1 gun taken away from Liquid. They're fine with that. Great job from ELEAGUE. Important kill on a Magisk there. This was even more so. dupreeh ready to pounce.
Such a good job and such an important round. Finally, it's going to be USPs. They've got that 1 AWP. I feel like they can't really afford to buy behind this, Astralis. They must be feeling the pressure a little bit right now, Astralis, I think. This is more close than they're used to on Nuke.
Absolutely. And that always becomes the question for a team that's had such a dominant run. How do you respond to this adversity? Already into the upper bomb site. Device with that op is sticking around outside. I think his whole plan is just to save it no matter what. They've already lost the site, so whatever stack, whatever plan they had doesn't work. Good shot from Taco. Even shaking his mouse at the area. So it'll be an 11th for Team Liquid. They are going to grab a lead, however brief it could be, because the buy is going to come in for Astralis next round.
Yeah, but this is the beginning of something. They're really building it now. You also see that now that Taco's on the T side, where he's being allowed more freedom. He's not stuck in the ramp room, just having that poor position. He's really come alive and done a lot more work, so that's great news.
he's going first, right? And it's no fun being the entry player on any map, but especially on Nuke. Just that one kill. If you just get the first kill into a bomb site that allows your teammates to focus on the other side of a crossfire, other side of a stack, other side of a bait and switch, you've done your job. Normally you're running through flames, nades, and flashbangs as well. Your opponents as well as your teams.
Yeah.
Here we go, crowd certainly coming alive. 11-10 for Team Liquid, trying to force that third map in these grand finals of the CSGO E-League Premier.
But they're getting very close. I think this is just an incredible effort from Team Liquid, considering how they lost that first map, considering how hard it could be to play Astralis on this map. They've never lost it with this lineup, never lost Nuke on LAN, and yet here we are, just a couple of rounds away. If they can break the economy.